All right. So just in recap. So the Lord showed me that I needed some organization. So from Proverbs 25, um, 28, 25, 28. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. So he revealed to me that walls aren't just to keep other people out, they're to keep you in. We spread ourselves thin, but the walls will keep us together,
Yeah.
right? So, moving on. He also taught me about organization. Okay, now I'm going to share that stuff with you, but let me also give you what he gave me today from today's devotional, Proverbs 26, because he showed me something about network marketing that is very powerful that I believe is worth sharing. So in Proverbs 26, the Lord shared with me. Proverbs 26, a whip for the horse, a bridle for the ass, a rod for the fool's back. In fact, I'm going to read it out of the NLT so you can see the point that I'm about to make. It says, guide a horse with a whip, a donkey with a bridle, a fool with a rod to his back. Don't answer foolish arguments of fools, or you become as foolish as they are. Be sure to answer the arguments of fools, or they will become wise in their own estimation. So I know that second part can be a little confusing, but here's the thing. If you want to be an effective person in this business, you're going to need to become an encourager. The best personalities are those who encourage. No longer, gone are the days where we get mad at our downline. Gone are the days where we are anything less than encouraging. Okay? And the first part, guide a horse with a whip, a donkey with a bridle, a fool with a rod to his back, that spoke to me because, in my opinion, a horse and a donkey are kind of like the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can get technical and tell me that they're not. One shorter, one blah, blah, blah. They look the same to me.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll notice there's a different instrument in dealing with them. A horse needs a whip, a donkey, a bridle, a fool, a rod. Now, all of it sounds like punishment, but the first word of that verse, at least in the NLT, is guide. So you're going to be dealing with your downline differently. You can't deal with everyone the same way. And you know what's funny? Dwayne's been telling me this for a long time. He's been saying one size doesn't fit all.
Right.
So I'm dealing with you differently than I would deal with a lot of people. Do you understand this, Kervin?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're gonna need to learn to deal with people differently. So I'm gonna make a training for the 100, a training for the 300, a training for the 50, a training for the commerce. And by the way, me and you are gonna gun at this commerce. And when I get to the personal development that I got this morning, and so that was just the spiritual development. Wait till I get to the personal development. It's about to get real crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna share the journey with you, bro. I just want you to be aware. Okay, I want you to be very, very aware because what you've seen so far has been nothing. Okay, I'm going to give you the privilege of showing you how. First of all, two things. If you're gonna be prepared for a six-figure income, you're gonna need to learn how to manage your money. Okay, and if you're gonna be prepared for a six-figure income, you're gonna need to learn how to manage your schedule. So I'm going to show you how I do both so you don't get left behind in the dust as I keep moving forward. Because there's going to be times when you're not going to feel like it. And having structures and walls in place in your life are going to be the only thing that keep you moving forward. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, so. I'm going to share my screen with you.
Okay.
And I want you to adopt this philosophy and let it change your life. A lot of this stuff I got from Myron Golden, schedule stuff. I guess you could say that's what God placed on my heart to do my life, and it seems very effective. I seem very energetic. I'm good. I can make it through the day. I can crush a mountain. I can do whatever I need to do. Okay? So, what in the world is going on? Got it. Okay. So I'm going to go to my notebooks. Now, don't worry about all of this stuff. Pay attention to what I show you. Okay? I organize my life. I have a tab called My Life Organization and Schedule. Now, you don't need to copy all of these. I'll show you the ones what you need. But I'm gonna inspire you tonight or this to morning, whatever. It still feels like nighttime to me because I woke up so early. But if you really want to be effective in managing your life, no. If you want to be effective in managing your life, what you're going to need to do is learn. So let's talk about time and money. Let's talk about time and money and how I organize both. Let's start with the money first, because to be honest, it's the least important. Why do I say that? Because you can get more money, but you can't get more time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Yep.
that's why I'm going to start with money, because time is the most important thing. So I'm gonna save the best for last. So this is how God has me doing my money right now. All right, now you're gonna make a lot of money, Kervin. We're gonna kill it. My work ethic is about to double, and I guarantee as a result, probably so will yours, either by inspiration or motivation, one of the two. So it's important that you see this. I want you to divide your money into 6 parts, and I'm going to explain each, and I'm going to go after each, and you're going to see how I do it. Okay? So I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw some circles, 6 circles. All right? This will make you wealthy. 4, 5, 6. That's she. Let me see. Boom. That last one's a little crazy. All right, cool. Oops. As you can see, I have 6 circles. Now, I'm going to give you a quote. And I'm going to share my screen and show you where it's coming from. All right. So if you go to financial under my tabs, what you're going to see is, where is it? Cans. Okay. I'm going to start here. So the philosophy is simple. Get all I can all I get, and my cans mean I can. I'm going to say it again. Get all you can all you get, and my cans mean I can. So this is what keeps the rich rich, and I'm going to kind of start speeding through. So your first can is your tithe can. All right. So this can is 10% of your income. All right. This can is to honor God. Blah blah blah. I don't need to talk to you about this. You already know what the deal is. But I recommend, sowing to someone who has anointing. I wouldn't just give it to anybody, in my personal opinion. Okay. So I'm just for the sake of illustration, right? Let's just say you were making $1,000 a week, which you will, and you're gonna make more than that. $1,000 a week, 10% would be what?
100.
Okay, so this is called tithe can. Remember, get all you can all you get, and your cans mean you can. So boom, $100. Okay, is this too small?
No, I see it.
Let me try to. There we go. Tithe, tithe can. I'm gonna put in $100. Boom, out of 1,000 a week. The second thing you're gonna do, and I do know this off by heart, but I'm doing it like this so you can see it. The second can is actually not even here. Where is it? Boom. I can finish free can. Now this can is literally only for investments. Okay? So I'm gonna show you how to do this. You can call it your financially free can. Financially free can, or the I can finish free can, whatever you want to call it. Another $100 goes in here. Okay. So look, let me show you something. Let me give you the parameters of this, and this is recorded, so you're gonna be able to watch this again. So you don't have to ask me, what did you say? Look, this can is for business investments. You never touch this. Not in 1 year, not in 10 years, not in 1,000 years. This truthfully should only be used for residual income. All right. So the only thing, so you'll only use this money on stuff that will pay you more. So let's just say you bought a laundromat, or let's just say you bought someone's position in a network marketing company, something that's going to pay you in the long term. Let's just say you finally saved up $36,000 to buy a parking lot, and everyone was paying you $7.50 in that parking lot. These are going to be the things that this money is for. You're not going to touch this. Moving on, you have an I can educate myself can. All right? This is going to be basically the money you spend on personal development. This is what you're going to use to travel to places like Tampa. This is what you're going to use to buy audio programs. This is what you're going to use to buy books. Preferably stuff that's going to make you financially free. So this is the I can educate. Educate myself can. All right? And boom, another $100 goes here. This is 10%. This is 1,000 a week. So out of every 1,000, this is just 1 week. Boom, I'm splitting it. Then the next can is the I can save for what I want. Hold on. This is the I can save for what I want can, right?
Yeah.
Let me see what I called it in here, right? And basically, this is you can save for a house, save for a car, save for Christmas, save for vacations. This is where that stuff's gonna come from. You can even use this for emergencies. So this is your official savings account, right?
Yeah.
Another 10%. This one is the best one. It's the funnest one. This is called I can have fun can. Now you wonder I keep saying cans. The concept is you literally go out to Home Depot and literally buy 6 cans of paint, empty cans. You don't buy obviously full cans. You buy empty cans. So all of these are 10%. Oops. Boom. 10%. And we 10. Right? Or what you can do is you can go ahead and open 6 different accounts, which is what I'm probably gonna do because I don't trust people with my money in the house. So what I do is I'd open 6 accounts, probably 2 savings accounts. So 2 savings accounts for the financially free can, or I can go free can, and I can save what I want can, right? So look, boom, together you have 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. That's 50% already. All right. The last can is called the I can pay my bills can. Right? This is called I can pay my bills can. Now this is going to be 50% of your income. So if you want to know how to do this without doing a lot of crazy math, when you get a check, doesn't matter what kind of check it is, you do this with your money and you will never be lacking money again. You won't ever have to listen. I want you to write this down, but I'm going to write it for you. If you take care of the pennies, the dollars will take care of themselves. All right? You take care of the pennies, the dollars will take care of themselves. The second thing is, uh, if you tell your money where to go, you won't have to wonder where it went.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff. Dwayne used to tell me something like that. He used to tell me if you unless you don't assign if you don't assign your money to something, it's gonna find all kinds of places to go, and it's true. It's definitely true. So I want you to adopt these philosophies, bro, because this is the stuff that has changed my life. These are my walls. So I'm no longer like a city that's being broken into with broken walls. These are my walls. This is the walls around my finances. Next thing I'm going to show you is the walls around my time. Then I'm going to give you some cool motivational stuff and then the game plan, and then we're going to go. We're going to go at it. All right?
Yep.
So do your money like this. So I'll give you a perfect example, bro. If you're focusing on that, so let's just hypothetically, if you had $1,000 every week and you did your money like this, you would have $2,000 in your I can pay my bills can, and you'd have $400 in every other can.
Hmm.
And the rule about the I can have fun can is you have to spend it every single month. This is the
Hmm.
only can that you're allowed to spend. So in your I can have fun can, you literally spend every dime, every single month. Why? Because this can is probably gonna make you the most money. You're gonna want to spend more money on in the I can have fun can, which means you're gonna work harder to make more money. You see how that works?
Right.
So I had $125 day yesterday. What does that mean? That means automatically half of it, 50%, half of 125 is 62.50. Don't worry, I did my math. 62.50 goes to here. And then boom, look, 12.50, 10%, 12.50, 10%, 12.50, and so on and so forth in every other can. You see how that works?
Yeah.
I want you to become fanatical and you'll never be broke again. Do this with all your money. You split it in half and then divide it by five.
Cool.
So in other words, if you had a $900 day, 450 would automatically go boom. You didn't have a $900 day. You had a $450 day. See that?
Right.
Then 90. This is 10%. 10% of 900, 90, right? If you divide 450 by 5, you'll get 90. Okay, so you divide it by 2, then whatever you have left, you divide it by 5. So boom, $90. $90. This is how you eventually get financially free. It's going to save you a lot of trouble in the future. If your girl does her money like this, your future woman, she won't have to ask you for money to do her nails or to go on vacation. You guys will be set. So
Right.
this is the first powerful concept. Are you clear on this?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to show you how I organize it in my Evernote. I just kind of set up something called financial, and then I just kind of have the cans and what their uses are to remind me, right? And then I also kind of set up like a paycheck split, so I know the numbers. I kind of did something with like with Ingressos checks, 125, boom, 50%. So I just kind of know what to do with my money, right?
Right.
And again, get all you can all you get, and your cans mean you can. Now let's move on to the next concept. The next concept is actually very powerful, and this one is all me, and it's time management. But I'm going to read you something that's powerful, okay, before I even start. And this is my inspiration for real time management. Imagine there's a bank account that credits your account each morning with $86,400, Kervin. It carries over no balance from day to day. Every evening the bank deletes whatever part of the balance you failed to use during the day. What would you do? Draw every cent, of course. Each of us has such a bank. Its name is time. Every night it writes off as lost whatever of this you have failed to invest to a good purpose. It carries over no balance. It allows no overdraft. Each day it opens a new account for you. Each night it burns the remaining of the day. You ever seen, like, I think it's like The Dark Knight or one of the Batman movies where the Joker just sets all that money on fire?
Hmm.
That's what you're doing when you're wasting your time. Check it out. If you fail to use the day's deposits, the loss is yours. There's no drawing against tomorrow. You must live in the present on today's deposits. Invest it so as to get from it the utmost health, happiness, and success. The clock is running. Make the most of the day, right?
Yes, sir.
And I'm even going to add to this something that I learned. Your present. So you want different results, Kervin? Your present is the total sum of all your thoughts, words, and actions in the past. That's what your present is. Your future is all your thoughts, words, and actions in the present. So right now, you might not be able to change today. Oops. You might not be able to change today, but you can prepare better today. And if you do, you will have a better tomorrow,
Hmm.
right? Let's go into how I manage my time. But before I do, bro, I want to show you some math, some really, really cool math. So I came up with a system, kind of like the CAN system, but better, in my opinion. This is based on your goals, what you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to do. So I came up with, instead of get all I can all I get, I came up with time all I use and use all my time. Right?
Yeah.
Because you don't have, listen, there's 86,400 seconds in a day, 1,440 minutes in a day. Come on, 168 hours a week, 10,080 minutes a week, and 604,800 seconds a week. Don't tell me you don't have time.
Hmm. That's it.
Most people, they have time. What they don't have is efficiency. And I tell you the truth, Kervin, I've been so efficient. I've been more than efficient. Man, today I have fun. I'm not gonna lie, I was having fun. Boy, I got so much done, I couldn't believe it. It's only 9 o'clock. So let me show you. And let me tell you how I came to the conclusions that I came to. Basically, I did a study, and the average person doesn't need 8 hours of sleep. It's a myth. It was a research study based on 1 million people. People like sports stars, people like uh, orchestra musicians, and high performance runners, and all these kind of people. They get an average of 6.5 hours of sleep. It's not a lot, bro. Because you ever notice how sometimes you sleep too much and you get sluggish,
Yeah.
right? So what I did is I split my time in 6 ways in congruence to the can. So I realized that basically with your money, 2 of them were like savings and 2 of them was like, and the rest, the four were like checkings. Well, your time is kind of like a checkings and a savings account. This is how I do my time. And the thing about time is it's not money. You can't save it. It keeps running. Okay?
Yeah.
So this is how I do my time. 10% goes to basically 10% goes to God in the morning. That's how I run my days. Now I'm going to share my camera with you real quick because I have a little help. I didn't do the math myself. I actually have an app called let me tell you, Time Calculator. It's a really really cool app. I highly recommend you get it. Why? Because I'm able to enter stuff like I can literally enter 1 hour 5 minutes. I can literally enter time like that. And look, I can convert it to minutes, 65 minutes, convert it to seconds, 3,900 seconds. So with that being said, if you minus 6.5, which is just the time I sleep, from the rest of the 24-hour day, I only have 17.5 hours left. Now you can adjust this based on how long you want to sleep. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in the same way we did 10% of the cans before, if I had $1,000 a week, it would have been $100. Well, if I have 17.5 hours in a day, right? Let me tell you how many seconds and what that truly equates to. So if I have 17 hours in a day. Basically, bro, uh, hold on. So basically, that equates to, I'm gonna just type it live for you. So 17.5 hours. It equates to uh 10,000, 1,000 uh in 50 minutes. It equates to 63,000 seconds. That's how much I have today. Because I'm only sleeping 6.5 hours, 6.5 hours every day, and I'm gonna have 17 hours every day. This is all the time I have per given day. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, 10% of my time goes to God. It's spent in complete focus and devotion. And by the way, 10% obviously is an hour and 45 minutes. 10% of 17.5 is an hour and 45 minutes. You get that?
Yeah.
So that comes up to about, I think it's like about 105 minutes. 105 minutes of my tithe time. Then it's spent on my education, kind of like the education can.
Mm-hmm.
Then listen. So this is how I'm gonna personally run my life. Then the majority is going to be in the area of your life that's weakest at the moment. Sometimes your life with God might be the weakest, so your education might be the weakest. So I put 40% of my time, which is 4 times 10%, which is 105 minutes or an hour and 45 minutes. That's three. I mean, not three. That's 7 hours.
Yeah.
So 7 hours of my income producing time. 20 minutes, I mean, 20% on income producing activities, which is going to be 3 hours and 30 minutes prospecting. Nothing else, bro. Nothing else. Not building systems, not setting up funnels, not watching motive video. Listen, income producing, the only reason, listen, even the Bible says, how will they know unless you tell them? Straight up marketing. Let me just write it for you. This is just me personally. 3 hours and 30 minutes of my day straight prospecting, nothing else. Okay. Now, then I'm gonna do another 10% for inspirational videos and another 10% for personal development. That's kind of like teaching, learning new skills. Okay. So boom, I have 4 cans so far. My tithe, my time can, or my spiritual time, basically. Education time, income producing time. I can have fun time. So this is kind of like another hour and 45 minutes that I can just do whatever the heck I want with. Now, my savings, I have basically 4 hours and 15 minutes. Now, really, it's 5 hours and 15 minutes, but I go to the gym every day. That's a commitment I've made to myself. And because I'm going to the gym for an hour, I knock that hour off of the savings. Now, let me explain the savings. The save time is basically how I make up for lost time. Because there's gonna be times where basically you're doing something, you might be prospecting, and your mom's like, wash the dishes. All right. So what you do is you take that time. So you have because the reason why it's not too big, I only have 10% here for a reason. An hour and 45 minutes is because you don't really want to waste too much time every day. You don't want to have time, Kervin, where you're doing nothing. If you have time where you're doing nothing, your life is going down the drain. And the thing is, God, He rewards those who are faithful with the little. He gives them more. No wonder people die so early because they're not doing anything with their time. They're not sowing it. Think about it.
Right.
If you want more time, you have to do well with your time. If you want time freedom from your business, you got to put time into your business. The law of sowing and reaping. It's just common sense. So the thing is, let's just say you had an extra 5 hours to burn every day, right? 5 times 7 days a week is 35 hours. Times that by 4 weeks, right? You done wasted 140 hours of your life.
Hmm.
That's why you have to literally listen. I think it's at the top. If you tell your time where to go, you won't have to wonder where it went. That's why I'm assigning things to my time. So anyway, and even more so my time than my money because it's more precious. I can't get this back. So look, I have saved a save time can or a save time section where basically, let's just say I talk to someone for 10 minutes. During one of these activities, I'll take it out of here. So I'll know I only have an extra hour and 45 to burn. Because sometimes you might have to walk to get to the gym, unless you can teleport. You know what I'm saying? You take all these things out of your save time, and the rest is investment time. Just like with the investment can, where you literally can't touch it, you can't do anything with it. It's only for business purposes. Well, you have an extra 3 hours and 30 minutes of the day. Well, I do. If you follow my schedule, you will. But I have an extra 3 hours and 30 minutes of the day. So this is just basically the time that's going to be in between everything. Trust me, you're not going to be able to keep every second, but you can try. You can contain it. And basically, this is to basically invest. This is investing in myself and investing in other people. So what I mean by invest is going to the gym. That's investing in my body. I can learn a new skill that day. I can get better at becoming a man or playing the piano or if let's just say I'm going on a date, I would spend focused time with my girlfriend. That's investing the 3 hours and 30 minutes. Now the cool thing about this is once you know what you're doing with your time, it doesn't matter what your schedule is because your schedule is this. All you need to do is fit the events in. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let me show you how I did it. So as you can see, my day is basically in order. So boom, spiritual development time, and you're gonna see a bunch of checks because I came through. Oops, forgot to check this one. The first thing I did is I woke up at 3:30. Boom. So this is where you put your schedule in, right? 6.5 hours of sleep. I woke up at 3:30. Set my alarm clock at 3:15, 3:20. By 3:33, I was outside, right? Then what did I do? The first thing that I did, truthfully, is I prayed and gave thanksgiving. Why? It's gonna wake you up. You know, God's presence energizes you, and His presence is the fullness of joy. His presence is energy. That same energy is the word power, and He gives you the power to create wealth. And what's wealth? Currency. So His power, His energy gives you the ability to create currency, and that's why I do it. So it doesn't matter if you're tired, His presence will wake you up. 8 hours in the presence of God is better than 8 hours of sleep. Okay? And I literally did. I literally set an alarm for 30 minutes. I didn't just check it off when I felt like it. When you have a schedule, you take care of the dollars, right? The millions will take care of themselves. You take care of the pennies, the dollars will take care of themselves. You take care of the seconds, the hours and the days will take care of themselves. So I set just 30 minutes, set my alarm, and it went by so fast. Praying and Thanksgiving, that's the only thing I was able to fully be effective and concentrate on it, right? Then I checked off the rest of the stuff, right? And then I got to like, oh crap, okay, time to read 30 minutes of the Bible, and I read the book of Mark. I read 2 chapters. Man, I was meditating. Then what? 15 minutes. I read Proverbs. This is how you actually become the man you say you want to be. Otherwise, you're not gonna have time to do it all. You're gonna just wonder where the heck the time went. And then boom, 15 minutes meditating on my future, seeing myself in that condo, seeing what I'm gonna do, seeing where I'm gonna be, and also meditating on what I'm gonna do today. So this is my first can, my spiritual development time. So then I have the next event. It's like, oh, what are you doing next, Jermaine? Oh, well, boom, from 3:30, and these times are gonna change. These are what you're gonna change every day, all right? The structure is the same. The times are probably gonna be a little different every day. Next is the investment time. So remember, I have 3 hours and 30 minutes of invest. No, yeah, 3 hours and 30 minutes of investment time, and I took an hour of it. So I have 2 hours and something left. So that's going to be for the rest of my day. But I use some of it to go to the gym for at least 30 minutes to 1 hour, right? So I actually did go to the gym. And you can see, boom, on number 2 right here, here's the investment time, right? I went to the gym at 5:35. I log my time, and any time in between that I'm wasting, I make sure I take it from my saved time investment, right?
Yeah.
Later on today, I'm going to put time into studying what it means to be a man. I might practice the piano. I might whatever. I haven't even really decided. But after I'm done with this, and again, my schedule is in every last one of these cans. Then it was what education time from literally from around 7:30. Really, truthfully, it was like 7:40 to about 8:40, 8:50 actually to about 8:50. This was today. then I spent 10 minutes reading a book on MLM and prospecting, right? The first thing that I did after I went to the gym, I took a shower, right? And then I listened to motivational videos, right? And I'm about to share some of that stuff with you. And I made sure I listened to certain people, and then I read this book. And then the rest of my schedule proceeds, right? And then I'm only doing this once, but once you set it up all nice and neat, it'll stay that way. And so boom, I underline it. Um, I get the highlighter later. But basically, this is how I'm managing my life, bro, and it's effective. And no man taught me this. I kind of, got it a little bit from the CAN system, but you organize this around your priorities. So what I'm thinking of doing is, obviously, every area of my life. Let's go back to the first one. Every area of my life is being touched. All the areas that are important to me. The four things that are important to me right now: my relationship with God, my relationship with myself, personal development, my relationship with my girlfriend, and of course, finances. Now, finances need the most help, so that's where I'm spending most of my time. Dwayne Golden said, if you tell me where your time went, I can tell you what your income looks like. If you tell me how you spend your time, I can tell you what your income looks like. So let's go back to the bottom, or one of these. I think I edited it, so it might not be at the bottom. Okay, look, time all I use and use all my time. Um, Look at the cans. Look at how I'm budgeting my time, right? I want to show you something. Outside of this folder, remember I have a folder called my life organization and schedule. I have personal development. I have motivation and quotes. Now this is where every day, look, because I'm gonna be filling this up every day. You're gonna be hearing me speak on conferences and videos, and um, hold on. And what you're gonna find out is I'm gonna say a lot of powerful things. I log the things that touch me, the things that impact me. So I'm gonna read you some of them, right? Number one, this life will hit you hard in the face and wait for you to get back up just so it can kick you in the stomach. But getting the wind knocked out of you is the only way to remind your lungs how they like the taste of air. How much they like the taste of air, yeah. See? Another one. Oh man, this one changed my life and business, son. Now we're getting into prospecting. But in regards to recruiting, don't beg average people to be phenomenal. Don't ask good people to be phenomenal. You become phenomenal, and then you attract phenomenal. And what that means to me is, like, when you're prospecting, don't be trying to get these mediocre people who don't have the money into your business. Spend your time. Spend that 3 hours and 30 minutes on the ones who do. Prospect those people. Pre-qualify them. Make sure they already look amazing. And as you move forward and as you become amazing, as you budget your time, as you do well with your money, the phenomenal people will show up in your life. Don't worry about the ones on your team that are not taking action. Spend your time with the 1% who are. Because 80% of your income is going to come from 20% of the people anyway. But if you're like me and you're shooting for a phenomenal organization, then 100% of your income is going to come from 100% of the people, because I'm not letting any non-action takers on my team.
Right.
From this point on. Okay? Now, here's another one. Greatness is a lot of small things done well day after day. Notice how, even with the way that I'm budgeting my time now, I'm so excited, Kervin, about it. I can't even tell you, man. It's been a rocky road for the past few weeks, but this is going to be the game changer, because I'm focusing on my life. I have everything, like, within the walls. I'm rebuilding my city, so to speak. And because of that, literally because of that, let me go back to what I call it, and something about time management. Because I'm budgeting my time, it allows me, look, let me just go to, for example, education. I'm just doing it one task at a time, setting an alarm clock. Boom, I'm going to listen to this for 20 minutes, listen to this for 20 minutes, this for 30 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Or you can use the whole time, but I only have 10%, so I got to use it wisely. By knowing that, it encourages you to just do so well, man. So anyway, let me continue real quick, give you some more motivation. Uh, what did I call it? Motivation in quotes. So this is Inspiration, November 26th. Now I have more tabs like this, but I started this one because I knew that I was gonna get so much every single day that I just needed to log every day like this. So check this one out. It's easy to be at the bottom. It doesn't take any effort to be a loser. It doesn't take any motivation or any drive in order to stay down there at a low level. But it calls on everything in you to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself.
Hmm. That's deep.
Here's another one. And all of this is all personal development. This is all the stuff I got this morning. I can't wait till tomorrow. Anyway, what you did last week don't count. Today is the only important day. There are 86,400 seconds in a day. And how you use those are critical. You have 86,400 seconds today. And what you do with those seconds today will determine your future tomorrow.
Right.
No one's going to remember what you did last week. Another one. When life knocks you down, don't when life knocks you down, try and land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up.
Hmm.
Another one. If your efforts are low, it's probably because you're not thinking about the opportunity. You're thinking about the obligation. So as my life goes on, I'm doing this for the rest of my life. I'm not skipping a day. Nope. I will structure my life like this. I will schedule in whatever I need to schedule in, go shopping, blah, blah, blah. And let's just say I was going shopping, though. Let's just say I was going to go shopping. Where would I put it? I would put it right under that, basically the save time category. Because it's not to do with my life. But as you can see, I have basically six cans, six ways to spend my time. 50%, or actually with this, you can budget it however you want. Remember, it's the most precious currency, so you're going to want to be smart with how you use it. So what I'm thinking of doing is rotating every day. Since Monday is the hardest day and Monday is Monday, that I'm going to basically put 40% of my time or 7 hours into income producing activities. This is an income producing activity for me. Why? Because if I make you better, my organization is going to be better. Duh. So then tomorrow, and then Tuesday, I might want to put 40% of my time into personal development, and then maybe an hour and 45 into just prospecting, and the rest is 10%, right?
Right.
So you every day you treat whatever's the most important that day as the bills can, where almost 50% goes. So then let's just say I want an investment day. I want to invest in my body. I want to invest in learning to become a man. I want to invest in my relationship, and I want to go on a date with my girl, have some concentrated time. Then boom, 40% will be there. But remember, 10% is still an hour and 45 minutes for everything else, for the other five. Then maybe Thursday I want to invest in. I just want to invest in spiritual time. Maybe Thursday I want to spend a lot of time with God and just soak up as much of the Word as I can. And again, an hour and 45 or whatever your 10% of your day is for the rest of the activities. And Friday, ooh, don't get me started on Friday. Friday is fun day, so maybe might want to spend 7 hours at the beach or 40% or 50% or whatever. But make sure the other areas of your life get done.
Yep.
So these are some of the biggest nuggets that I can give to you. I know for a fact that it is going to take your life to the next level because right now it's Monday in Florida, it's raining, and I feel great. I feel on top of my game, bro. I feel like I can go out and prospect right now. I feel like I can go build whatever system right now. I feel like I can out positive any negative person right now. I feel like I can post right now. I feel like I can do a video right now, and I'm juiced up.
Word.
Because if you start your day right, you'll end your day right. See, most of us, we just wake up. You just wake up. Dwayne Golden says like animals. He said, yeah, man, I'm laughing because I get this funny image. Dwayne Golden says, don't be like animals who just, get up and do whatever they want to do, or just, they're just led by their emotions or whatever. And it's the funniest thing. I get the funniest picture. Um, I just picture like some monkey or some deer or some animals or some cat, like its ears just go off and it just starts looking around and just runs off into the woods. That's that's how we approach life these
Yeah,
days. That's
that's
how
crazy.
we just do whatever. No
Yeah,
more doing whatever, bro. No more
right.
doing whatever. Time flies, my dude. It's already 10:21, bro, and time is not slowing down.
Yeah. So this exact the same thing what you just did. I'm going to go organize everything in Evernote. I already had started using Evernote, but I'm going to organize it even more. And I already had started using my time more wisely. Um, it's not the way it's not exactly how you're doing. Like I feel like I spend my time with the Lord between 12 and 3 in the morning, reading my Bible and that. And then when I wake up, as soon as I wake up, I get into personal development. Well, I listen to audio. I listen to Jim Rohn at 7 o'clock, from 7 to about 8. I'm listening to Jim Rohn while I'm exercising, push-ups, dips, things like that, and doing jump rope. And then right after that, I would read for about 30 minutes to a half hour, and then jump into income producing activities from about 10 to like 2 around there. So, but I'm gonna write. I've been right. I'm gonna write everything down. Like you just said, I'm gonna use Evernote and get like that. And I thank God because I tell God to be obvious with me because like one thing about me is that
You're not that smart.
I mean when it comes to
No,
like it's not that I'm very smart, but I could also be like I don't get it because the way
yeah.
God is saying it, like the way he sometimes he'll talk and I don't get. I'm like, look, I need you to be just obvious. Like
Be plain.
if you have
Write the
to
vision, Lord. Write the
have
vision
an
plain so I
invincible
can.
if you have to have like an invincible marker and write it on the wall, what I need to do next, do that. It's like I need you to be obvious. And then right there this morning, this is pretty obvious. So I thank God for that. I thank
Yeah,
God for that.
that's good,
Everything that I need to
man.
do, I'm gonna put that into action.
Yeah.
So, and another thing too, bro. I am. I've been working on this killer funnel, and it should be done within the next 2 hours on how to automate the $25 commerce level. Once you
Ooh,
see it,
okay.
me like I'll see something and I'll put it together and it'll start working. I like to automate my stuff, and I want everything to be on automation. Why? Because I want to free up my time to do what I really love to do, which is
Mm.
ministry. I love the church. I love the Word of God, and I want to minister to the people of God. So if I could automate everything, basically, I'm really an internet marketer more than a network marketer. I really want to use pay-per-click blogs or articles and things like that to drive traffic to my website. Have people sign up that are hungry. Uh, to have people opt into my email, me continuously sending out emails to them, and only the hungry people that really don't need me, but when they do make a decision to buy my product or sign up, I'll give them a quick text, send them to my training website, and then if they have any questions, they can contact me. That's how I want to do my thing right now.
Well,
Because
bro, there's nothing wrong with that, but I still suggest to you you have to start somewhere.
oh,
Blogs, videos, all of that stuff is still passive marketing. You still have to prospect, bro, at the beginning. There's no getting around it. Until you
right,
have enough content that's driving traffic for you.
right. Of course. I'm still prospecting, but I'm building more towards having things on automation because at the end of the day, asking you shall receive. I
It's
have
true.
enough faith to tell God, look, you know what my passion is. My passion is for the body. My passion is to preach the word of God. So I need you to help me to automate these things so that I can work on them just a little bit of time a day, and then I have the money because, bro, like I've seen, like the thing is that I never really was a network marketer. Okay,
Mm.
there's a big difference between the two. An internet marketer and a network marketer. The network marketer is focused more on building relationships and house parties, three-way calls, things like that. But then internet marketing is basically your stuff is on automation. And I set it up that way before where I didn't have to talk to anyone, but I was still making
Mm.
money. You know what I'm saying? So there is a big difference with that. And Dwayne was a network marketer, and then he turned into an internet marketer.
Sheesh.
Uh,
Then,
uh,
then it
Junior is an internet
it
marketer.
looks like we're
Junior
gonna have
don't
to
know
follow
no
in their
house
footsteps.
parties. He don't do no three-way calls, none of that stuff, and he's
Let's do
making
it.
killer bread.
Let's do it.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
If that's how Dwayne does it, that's how I'm gonna do it. That's the key, bro.
Exactly.
That's all you had to say.
I can't get Senior on the phone for a three-way call.
No, no, no. But look, I don't know, bro. I was reading Myron Golden's stuff, and Myron he does a lot of three-way calls, and yeah, I know we have automation tools and stuff, and we should use them, and I do use them. But
Yeah.
I think that both and especially it's just to launch our business because in a way they're at a different place in their business now than we are. They have
Right.
lists,
Right.
they have customers. But I'm gonna cut this recording short.
Yeah.
Um, and we can talk about that stuff later. But let's go ham on a commerce level. I was talking to Dwayne yesterday, and long story short, he said he's gonna do both, and he can't do one thing, so we shouldn't do one thing. Let's go for the big checks, but let's kill the commerce. I want you to prospect. And for me, prospecting is digging through the dirt, getting the gold. Find those five solid people. Doesn't matter what level they're at, but I'd hold your standards high, man. You might as well make $900 off of them. I put them in at 3, and so spend most of your time at the commerce level. Spend most of the time on what's going to pay you most in the future, the residual. But get them checks too. Get them $300 checks, and then raise the bar after a couple $300 checks. Go for the 500. Upgrade.
Yeah.
Let's call it a day, man.
All right, brother. Definitely.